HPV, or human papillomavirus, is a very common virus. Most sexually active people, about 70%, will have an HPV infection at some point in their lives. Most of the time, HPV infections aren't dangerous. They typically have no noticeable signs or symptoms and often clear on their own. There are more than 100 different types of HPV. Some are considered low risk and some are considered high risk. Infection with some low-risk types can cause genital warts. Infection with high-risk types can lead to certain cancers. Most commonly known is the link between HPV and cervical cancer in women. However, men are also at risk for developing HPV-related cancers. So even though HPV-related cancer is rare overall, it's important for men to understand their risk for HPV and to learn how to protect themselves. So what do men need to know? First, HPV is a sexually transmitted infection passed on by skin-to-skin contact. Like many sexually transmitted infections, HPV often has no signs or symptoms. If a man is infected with low-risk HPV, which can cause genital warts, he may notice symptoms in the genital area such as flat or raised bumps on the penis, scrotum, or in or around the anus. But these are often not noticeable and will go away on their own. Most important to remember, though, is that low-risk types are not linked to any kinds of cancer. Infection with high-risk HPV has been linked to the development of certain types of cancer. In men, this would include cancer of the anus, penis, and certain types of head and neck cancers. In fact, according to a recent study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, men are 3 times more likely than women to develop head and neck cancer caused by HPV. How do men get tested for HPV? Unfortunately, unlike for women, there is no recommended way to test for HPV in men. There is a screening test available for anal cancer called an anal pap, but this is not routinely recommended for most men. Some experts do recommend an anal screening for men who have sex with men, though, as they are at greater risk for anal cancer. Key to any discussion of what men need to know about HPV is prevention. First, remember that HPV is spread through sexual contact. So abstinence, meaning not having any kind of sexual contact with anyone else, is one sure way to prevent infection. Condoms can help reduce the risk of getting HPV, but since HPV is spread from skin-to-skin contact, condoms can't protect you completely from HPV. Make sure you use a condom correctly every time you have sex. An excellent way to prevent HPV is through vaccination. For males between 9 and 26, an HPV vaccine is available that protects against the 2 low-risk types of HPV that cause about 90% of all cases of genital warts, and 2 high-risk types that can cause anal cancer. The vaccine is given in 3 doses over a period of 6 months. It's important to get all 3 shots to ensure full protection.